Did you know the most liberating moment for an empath is not when they learn to say no, but when they realize that carrying the weight of others' judgments was never their burden to bear? Carl Jung once said that the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Yet for the empath, that privilege has been buried beneath layers of external voices, expectations, and the exhausting need to be understood by those who never truly saw them. In today's exploration, we will decode the sacred transformation that occurs when an empath finally releases the chains of others' opinions, when they stop dimming their light to make others comfortable, and when they discover that their worth was never up for debate. Through the lens of Jungian psychology, we will see clearly why this release is not selfish, but the ultimate act of self-reclamation, the moment the empath stops being a mirror for everyone else and becomes the sovereign of their own soul. For years, the empath has lived as though their value must be earned through the approval of others. They have twisted themselves into shapes that fit other people's comfort zones, silenced their truth to avoid conflict, and absorbed criticism as though it were gospel. Jung called this the tyranny of the collective unconscious, when we mistake the voices around us for the voice within. The empath believes that if they can just explain themselves better, be kinder, give more, perhaps then they will finally be seen. But this is the illusion. Others' opinions are not reflections of your truth. They are projections of their own unhealed shadows, their fears, their limitations. When someone judges you harshly, they are not seeing you at all. They are seeing the parts of themselves they have not yet faced. The transformation does not announce itself with thunder. It arrives in quiet moments of exhaustion, when the empath realizes that no amount of explanation will ever satisfy those who are committed to misunderstanding them. Jung emphasized that there is no transformation without the death of the old self, and for the empath, that death is the release of the need to be validated by external voices. This is the breaking point, not a collapse, but an awakening. The moment they understand that their energy is finite, sacred, and far too precious to be spent on those who weaponize their sensitivity against them. When the empath stops caring about others' opinions, they are not becoming cold. They are becoming clear. They are drawing a boundary between their inner truth and the noise of a world that often mistakes kindness for weakness. What terrifies others most is not the empath's anger, but their indifference. For years, people have relied on the empath's need for approval to keep them small, manageable, eager to please. But when that need dissolves, so does their power. The empath who no longer seeks validation cannot be controlled through guilt, cannot be manipulated through shame, cannot be diminished through criticism. This is the paradox Jung spoke of. True freedom comes not from changing others' minds, but from releasing the need for them to understand you at all. The opinions of those who do not walk your path, who do not carry your gifts, who do not comprehend your depth, these opinions are irrelevant. They are dust in the wind, holding weight only if you grant them permission to land. Something remarkable happens when the empath stops performing for an audience that never applauded. The energy once spent on explanation, defense, and emotional labor returns like a river finding its source. Suddenly, there is space for creation, for joy, for relationships built on reciprocity rather than depletion. The empath begins to recognize their true tribe, not those who demand constant proof of worthiness, but those who meet them in the depths without question. Jung said that the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. But transformation requires mutual presence, mutual respect. And the empath finally understands that their gifts are not for everyone. They are for those who can hold them with reverence, not those who take without gratitude. Here is what the empath must hear. You were never too sensitive, too intense, too much. The world that told you to shrink was simply uncomfortable with the light you carry. Your depth threatens those who live on the surface. Your authenticity exposes those who hide behind masks. And your freedom, your complete and unapologetic freedom from their opinions, that is the mirror they cannot bear to face. Carl Jung once said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." And you, empath, are choosing sovereignty. You are choosing to honor the truth that your value is not determined by consensus, that your path is not subject to popular vote, that your soul answers to no jury but your own heart. So if today you still carry the burden of others' judgments, let this be your permission to set it down. You do not need their understanding to walk forward. You need only your own clarity, your own courage, and the unshakable knowing that you were born whole, not to be completed by approval, but to be expressed in all your untamed authenticity.